Hello everyone and welcome to the MathDBase.com Anacast series. I'm your host, John Cassidio. In this installment in the Developmental Mathematics series, I will discuss fractions. Part 1, Fundamentals. Fractions are used to indicate a part or parts of a whole of something. A basic fraction consists of two whole numbers called its terms, which sit above and below a line called the fraction line. The number above the fraction line is called the numerator, and the one below is the denominator. Fractions can be written with a horizontal fraction line or with a diagonal fraction line, which are usually used in books to save vertical space. These are called slash fractions. In these fractions, the numerator is 3 and the denominator is 5. A unit fraction has a numerator of 1, 1/2, 1/17, and 1 over 1 million are all unit fractions. A fraction is another way of expressing division. The denominator indicates how many equal parts a whole has been divided into, and the numerator indicates how many of those parts are being considered. In the case of unit fractions, the numerator can be considered the whole, and the denominator as its divisor. For example, this rectangle, the whole, is divided into 5 equal-sized sections. The fraction 3/5 represents the 3 of 5 red-shaded sections. If Kevin Durant attempted 12 foul shots during a basketball game and made 9 of them, what fraction represents the made foul shots, and what fraction represents the missed shots? In this case, the whole is the total number of foul shots attempted. The fraction of foul shots that was made was 9 of 12, or 9 over 12. The number of missed foul shots is the difference between the number of foul shots attempted and the number that were made, or 12 minus 9, which is 3. So the fraction of missed foul shots is 3 of 12, or 3 over 12. At an international conference of electricians, there were 562 men and 227 women. What fraction of the attendees were women? There were 562 plus 227, or 789 attendees at the conference, the whole. Of the whole, 227 of them, or 227 over 789, were women. A proper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is less than the denominator. An improper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is greater than the denominator. Any whole number can be written as an improper fraction with a denominator of 1. For example, 2 over 7 and 1 over 100 are proper fractions, while 7 over 5 and 8 over 1, which equals 8, are improper fractions. A simple fraction is a fraction whose numerator and denominator are both whole numbers. A mixed number consists of a whole number and a fraction, or a whole number and a decimal. The "and" indicates that the whole number and fractional or decimal parts are combined. Improper fractions are mixed numbers written as simple fractions. To convert the mixed number 3.5 to an improper fraction, multiply the whole number by the denominator, add the numerator to that result, then place all of that over the denominator. Or 3 times 2 plus 1 over 2, which equals 7 over 2. 2 1/5 as an improper fraction is 2 times 5 plus 1 over 5, or 11 over 5. Any fraction in which the numerator and denominator are equal is equal to 1, except when the terms are 0. A complex fraction is a fraction whose numerator and denominator are both fractions. 2/3 over 1/5, 3.5 over 7/8, and 1 over 3/5 are all complex fractions. This last one is complex since 1 can be written as 1 over 1. Multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator of a fraction by the same non-zero number does not change the value of the fraction. Two fractions are equivalent if their values are the same. The fraction 3 over 7 is equivalent to fractions in which its terms are multiplied by 5 or 12, and also equivalent to fractions in which its equivalents are divided by 4 or by 3. 3 over 7, 15 over 35, 36 over 84, and 9 over 21 are all equivalent fractions. A fraction can have any number of representations and can be expressed in terms of many whole number denominators. Suppose you want to write 16 over 64 as an equivalent fraction in terms of quarters. Quarters means that the denominator is 4. Rewrite the problem as 16 over 64 equal to an equivalent fraction with denominator 4. Since 64 divided by 16 is equal to 4, both the numerator and denominator must be divided by 16, which becomes 1/4 or 1/4. So 16 over 64 is equal to 1/4.